Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the EcoStruxure Machine Expert training. I'm your host, Leandro Mada, and in this video what we're gonna see is how we can control an Altivar drive via Modbus serial. So let's go to the presentation. So, as you may know, in the EcoStruxure Machine Expert, what we have is a library called GIPLC or GAATV that allow you to easily control the drives, okay? But they use CanOpen, Modbus TCP, or Ethernet IP. We don't have anything for Modbus serial as far as I know. So, a long time ago, when I was starting working with SoMachine before this one, I found a library that allowed you, or a function block with an structure that allowed you to connect, to control and monitor ATV12, okay, and it was made by my colleague Moakosh. I just realized this last week. So she is still working with us, and I asked her if it's possible to make some modifications and try to make a template so we can easily add it. So I add the function block and a structure into my library, and then I had created a function template so we can easily add a drive in our configuration to see the complete code, and that's it. Okay, so the files for the library and the function template are located in this box, and I put it later the link. And basically what we need to do is to install the library. Okay, so in order to install the library in our project, we just need to go to the library manager in the tools tree. Let me just put the pen. If you are in the tools tree, no, I just want the pen. If you are in the tools tree, okay, we should be able to see next to the controller the library manager. If we double click on it, we should be able to see this view. And the main thing here is that we need to install in our environment of Machine Expert the library. So we just need to library repository, and then we just need to select install, and then find for the library. And I have shared this one. You should see this one instead of SoMachine. You just need to use this one, the compile library. Okay, this one no. And then you just open it. By doing this, it will install this library in your system. Okay. But what you need to do now is to call the library in your project. So you just need to, the same library manager view that you have, just need to go to app library and select this se_lta. Inside this, you should be able to see this one, the Altivar drive, okay? And you can see the documentation, some definition of the inputs and the outputs. And here is that my colleague has created a long time ago and it's still working, which is good. And if you want more, there's a few stuff over here additional, but we are focused only on the drives here. So add the library, install the library in the software, and then add it into your program. Once you're finished by doing this, you just need to install the function template. Okay, so we just need to go to tools, template, repository, and select install. Then here you have two options. You have the device and the function. I think it's much better the function. It's much easier, or at least for me, but you can install both of them. Okay, so select the function template and then open it. Once you open it, it will install in your environment the template so you can use it later. Okay, but before using the template, it's important you have the library because I'm encoding the functions from there. Once you have done that, okay, the idea of the easy integration is to use the Modbus IO scanner so we can easily read and write information to the controller or to the drive. Okay, so by default, okay, you have the Modbus serial line connected to this Machine Expert network manager. We just need to delete it and then add the Modbus IO scanner. So let me just start by doing this. So right click, add device. In my case, I'm working with a M258. Okay, close. So here I'm going to delete this one. Okay, and you can see here by default we have this Machine Expert. I'm going to delete it. Right click and add device. Here you have the Modbus IO scanner, just add it. Okay. And the important thing here is that we need to match the information that we have from the controller and the drive for the Modbus serial line. So I have this configuration on the controller, and now I'm going to show you the configuration that I have on the other side. So just change the view. So this is the drive. I'm gonna try to use this configuration. You should see for communication here, full communication, oops, communication. Here we just need to see the power rate, 192, it's okay. And then we just need to go to the frame 8, even 1. Okay, so this part matches. The other thing that we can check later is the address. So this one I'm using the address 1. Okay, so this part allow me to match the configuration that I have from the device. Okay, so we should be able to communicate. The other thing that we need to change on the drive is that the control and the set point came from the PLC via communication. So if we go back here and if we go to control FR1 Modbus, and then here we have CF, we need to select separate, check CD1 Modbus. Okay, select CHCF, select this, not separated. Okay, and that's it for this part. So so far we have already configured the drive. We have the initial configuration on the Machine Expert for the hardware. The other thing that we need to do is to specify the address of this equipment, but that will be made on the template. So on the drive is already done. So let's continue with the presentation. So this is it. This is what I want to show you. Okay, so now in order to add this template, okay, we have already installed everything and added. We just need to right click in one part of the application tree in our application controller, and then add function. So let me just show you this. Before doing this, let me just configure some IP address here so I can connect later. Oops. And here this. This one, and this one. So I modify this and I can connect later without any issue. Okay, I'm going to enable this part for later. So we just need to go to applications 3 now, right click. When we make the right click, we should be able to see this, add function from template. If you take a look here in tools, okay, template repository, we should be able to see the installation of this function template. Okay, and we have Altivar Modbus serial and Modbus serial plus PSU. So this one is just the code that we have, and the other one it adds a visualization so we can test it. On the library side, okay, as you can see here, even if I have the library already installed in my software, okay, miscellaneous here is not added into the project. So we just need to add library, miscellaneous here, or just trying to find the library over there. So here you can see Altivar drive. Here it is added. You can see some information. Okay, so everything's here. And once again, thanks Mama for your collaboration. So there are additional function blocks. If you take a look, probably some handy, other ones not so much. But let's continue with this. So the library was added into our program. The template was already installed. So now it's time to call this template. So right click in the application, add function from template. You should be able to see this screen. Here, function name is going to be the name of the device that you want to add. Okay, so for example, motor 01. You just need to define the template. So the template here, it will show you this screen. You just need to select LTA function. You have the Modbus serial or serial plus the BSU. Going to select this one. Okay. Once you define the name and the template, it will ask you for the address of the device that you want to add. In my case, it's going to be the number 1, and you should be able to see this list. So I'm going to pick the number 1. So address 1 and OK. Once you are doing this, the system will add the device, the program, the device, and the visualization directly. So if you're in application 3, you should see this folder, motor 01, which is the device that we have defined. Here you can see a GBL and a program related to this. The program is automatically called in the must, okay? And if you go inside the code, you should be able to see the function block, okay? And if you go here, browse, go to definition, those 3, library manager. Here you should be able to see this function block is the same that I'm calling, okay? And this selection is just for us to see on the visualization this part. So we have the control. It's like a manual intervention just to see if it's working or not. And the other important thing is that it will add into your IO scanner the motor 01, okay, for us to control. And inside you can see it has the address number 1 that we have selected. There are already some channels already configured, okay? So one thing here is that the IO scanner is trying to access directly to the registers on the drive. It's not trying to use the IO scanner table on the drive, okay? So I have already tested this with the ATV12 and ATV320, okay, of the Modbus serial. We are using the IO scanner table on the device and it works fine. So as you can see here on the Modbus IO mapping, it has already linked all the variables, okay, to the GBL that I have in the GBL over here. So all the information is in there. So what we need to do now is to download to the PLC and see what's going on. So let me just connect to this one. Okay. F. I believe it's LTA. LTA. Yes. Okay, yes. Just wait for this to finish. Okay, PLC and stop. You can see I have the communication with the drive. Okay, you're using Modbus serial over there. Let me just put drive. Okay, isn't here. So you can see here's the GBL, and this is the information we're reading from the device. This one is the function that is called. Okay, and now in order to test this much easier, I'm going to open the visualization. I'm going to hide this part. I'm going to open in this way. So you can see there's doing something. So we just need to enable the function block. The visualization, you can see how it changed everything. So if you enable this, okay, you can see now how it's changed to ready and still ready. Here is the set point, so it's going to use 26 dot to clear 26.5, okay, because it's the units is 0.1 hertz. Okay, so now I need to specify if I want forward, reverse. Okay, you can see how is this activation of everything. Okay, and you can see here on the screen minus that one. Okay, ready, forward. Okay, and then I can stop it if you want it. Okay, and forward again. And if I want, I can disable this. It will turn everything to 0. Okay, so this is just a quick example how you can add the template. Okay, so imagine now that this is with the visualization. In case you don't want the visualization, let me just close all the editors. I'm going to modify this to another one. Okay, 12, and I'm going to add another motor. Add function from template. Function name, I'm going to use motor 02. Template, in this case, I'm going to use the other one without the visualization. Select address. As you can see, the 12 is already selected because I've changed the other one. I'm going to select number 1 again. Okay, and it will add another folder with this one only. Okay, so I can access to this information. So what I'm going to do now is to connect to the device. So I need to call this one. Okay, and now I'm going to log in that. Let me just make some modifications here. Controller, confirm online, no. Now I'm going to connect. Just to show you that it works in the 2 ways. Okay. Downloading. Okay, good. So if we go to the hardware part, you'll be able to see this one is no longer available because I've changed that, and this one is motor 2. Okay, so if we go back here, okay, we should be able to enable this. 7. Okay, it's ready. Now the save point is gonna be 5. Okay, good. Now we should be able to forward this. Okay, and there we go. Ready, and disable it. Okay, so these are the different ways to control the drive using this template. I believe it's going to be much easier, so you don't need to make any intervention on the actual device that you added. Okay, instead of linking all the variable, this is all done for you, so you need to do any extra work here. So this is it for the template of how to control an Altivar drive using Modbus serial. Okay, just remember to install the library first, add it in the program, then you just need to install the template in your computer. Okay, and then you should be able to add it. And let me just double check something if I don't forget something. Already show you this part, how to select the device. This is what you got. Okay, so once you add the function template, okay, you have on the device tree the device, on the application tree you have the folder, and if you're using the visualization it will call the application on the mast, otherwise you need to call it, and then in the tool tree it will add the visualization. And then I already explained this part that basically it will add the reading and writing of the registers on the drive automatically for you. You don't need to do anything, just do anything for you. And this is the visualization of the control of the drive. So if there is no issue, you have this function over here, otherwise you have all this. Don't worry about the selection, just leave it in there, no problem at all. So these are the steps basically how to work with this. So download the files, install the library, add the library into your project, then you just need to configure the serial port, and it's important, add the IO scanner, and install the function template and add it in your program, okay, the many times that you want. Okay, so this is it for the integration of the Modbus serial line. Thank you very much, Moa, for your contribution. Allow me to use it over here. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one.